Welcome back to Parenting Pulse, where we unpack the science, stories, and strategies that make parenting both universal and deeply personal. That last episode on Native American wisdom about elders really got me thinking about grandparents. There's something almost meditative about being in their presence. You know, science shows hugs release oxytocin, that calming brain chemical that helps kids feel safe. That is so fascinating.
And when those hugs come from grandparents, it's even more powerful. Their slower rhythm, their lived wisdom, it grounds children in family and belonging.
For sure, it's not just affection, it's medicine for the heart and brain. Grandparents' hugs literally change kids' feelings, lowering stress and boosting emotional security.
So next time your child melts into grandma's arms, remember, that's neuroscience and love working together.
So, that is not just a myth, not a placebo effect, is it?
Funny. It would seem so, but hugs aren't placebo. They're oxytocin in action, calming stress and building connection. And, well, science shows hugs release oxytocin, that calming brain chemical that helps kids feel safe. One study from Psychology Today even found that a grandparent's hug boosts oxytocin in both the child and the grandparent, lowering stress and strengthening emotional bonds.
And it's not just theory. Oxford researchers studied over 10,000 kids and found something powerful. When grandparents are deeply involved, children show fewer emotional and behavioral struggles. Their presence literally builds resilience.
Right on. And more recent research in Frontiers in Psychology shows that grandparent support during childhood is linked to better emotional well-being later in life. So those hugs aren't just sweet. They're shaping the brain for long-term emotional health.
Fascinating. No instant zen?
Nope, it's real.
More like a gentle reset button. The hug starts the process, and the connection deepens the calm. Kids gain empathy, elders gain purpose. And in so many cultures, like Native Americans, grandparents are called wisdom keepers, not because of cortisol levels, but because of the power of tradition and connection.
Here's the truth. Parents, carve out a weekly story hour. Put away the screens, let voices carry the magic.
You know, when most people hear the word oxytocin, they immediately think of childbirth or nursing. But the science says it's so much more than that.
Totally. Oxytocin is like the body's integrative system. Beyond birth and lactation, it influences social bonding, stress reduction, even pain inhibition and growth. It's basically a multitasker for well-being.
So how do we actually get oxytocin flowing? Is it just about babies and nursing?
Not at all. Sensory stimulation is key. Gentle touch, a hug, breastfeeding, even eating food can trigger oxytocin release. Massage, acupuncture, and yes, even TENS therapy, all activate those pathways.
And don't forget skin-to-skin contact. Those see tactile fibers in our skin? They're wired to well-being. That's why a simple cuddle can feel so emotionally grounding.
And here's the kicker. Oxytocin doesn't just make us feel good in the moment. It actually dampens the stress response, lowering cortisol, calming the sympathetic nervous system.
Which means it's cardioprotective too. Less inflammation, less oxidative stress, and hear this, those frequent hugs improve immunity from infections. That's powerful medicine, delivered through connection.
So, lots of hugging and quiet story time, let neuroscience and love work hand in hand.
And that's why oxytocin is often called the love hormone. It's literally shaping health and relationships at the same time.
Really? Yeah. So, what is the takeaway for us parents?
Hugs from loved ones buffer stress and build resilience. Aim for a daily 20-second squeeze to mimic the calming effect of meditation. Research shows this can lower kids' cortisol by around 15 to 20%. In the end, it's presence plus touch that truly count.
Interesting. Grandparents as meditation. What's the science?
In 2023, researchers followed over 3,000 Chinese elders. The ones spending time with grandkids, they showed a 12% lower risk of depression, all because of emotional closeness.
12%?
12%. No 30% cortisol drop, no 20-minute magic, just consistent presence. Storytelling, listening, builds calm over time.
Yeah, like native wisdom calls grandparents wisdom keepers, not for cortisol charts, but for the power of tradition and connection.
You bet. The science shows a two-way street. Grandparents gain well-being from involvement, and children gain emotional grounding and pro-social skills from their presence.
And when we talk about time with grandparents, it's about short, quality moments, not long, stretched care.
Listen to this. A 2019 study in Social Science and Medicine reviewed 200 studies across 50-plus countries. It found that grandparent hugs, stories, and emotional closeness boost children's socio-emotional growth by 10 to 15%, leading to fewer tantrums and greater empathy. Remarkably, about 60% of these benefits remain even after accounting for parental influence.
Wow, I hadn't thought of it that way. So, the studies showed that grandparents aren't just extra parents. Emotional closeness with grandparents provides an independent layer of support and resilience for children. Right?
That's grandma's hug, better than therapy.
Love it! So, here are some simple ways to enjoy grandparents' time: a weekly Nana hug and story time. Take the time to ask, what made you laugh as a kid? Keep it simple, no screens, just presence.
So here's the heartbeat of today's parenting pulse. Grandparent time isn't just sweet, it's science. From hugs to stories, those short, quality moments build calm, empathy, and resilience across generations. Presence matters, context matters, and connection heals. Let's carry that wisdom forward. One hug, one laugh, one story at a time.
Beautifully said. And on that thought, thank you for tuning in, and welcome if you're just joining. We're grateful you're here, and we'll see you next time. Until then, happy parenting.